Good morning, Track Faaaannnnnnnnssss. How you doing? Let's get a mic check, a sound check. Let's see if you guys can hear me, see me. What are you up to this morning? Boosh, boosh. Right, see if we get a mic and a sound check, and then okay. Yes, okay. Thanks, Tara. You can see me. Next obstacle, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Cheers, Mark. Lovely. About time, you cheeky rascal, Dick. Anyway, so who would have thought in the new software they've got it start streaming? So you press that, chatting away, thinking I'm going for it. Then I see there's not, and then I see a comment saying how late's he going to be, and I'm like, I've been doing the show for 2 minutes, and then I notice next to the start streaming there's a cheeky little go live button. Who'd have thought to put that there? Anyway, good morning, track fans. We are back on the slot car attack. Yes, good morning. Sunday slot car sessions with me, Pete Brown. You can find me here most Sundays, laptop depending, excursion depending, but generally we're back on track. I'm trying out for the first time ever some new software today, so I can bring you little things like different camera views. You can get a little behind the scenes look there as I'm chatting away, seeing what's going on, and then I can bring you back to the fold like this. So that's exciting. So sorted that out. Comment wise, possibly not going to be able to put your comments on the screen on this session because I've already downloaded the like widgety thing. But what I need to do is figure out how to get that on the screen, but you need a second monitor, which I've got, but I just have run out of time to set it up because when I got my laptop back, hallelujah, they wiped it. So they wiped it, which means I've needed to reinstall everything and do loads of updates and loads of stuff. It's been very time consuming, but through that now and on to matters at hand, slot car action. Next week it's going to get good, but this is the new software I'm using because the old one, for those of you that know, they doubled their price and we cannot have that, so we just bin that off. And this stuff here is free. That's the right price, right? We love stuff when it's free. So anyway, so we'll be covering that, covering off the software as we learn a little bit more about it, and it's going to be good fun. So there's no backing music at the moment because I need to build that and add that, and there's some other stuff that's going to happen that might be pretty fun too. So I wasn't here last week purely because of the technology I have. My laptop was in repair. Nearly 4 weeks it took, a really long time. But it's back now and I can crack on. So I've got a few video ideas coming up and obviously live streams. So I've obviously missed quite a bit going on because I was marginally behind time. I was slightly delayed. Definitely wasn't my fault. You know, I mean, I'll look you in the eye and tell you it wasn't my fault. Oh, absolutely spot on. But, mate, because of it, we've got a full-on show today, tons to look at. We've got lots to do this morning. So let's have a quick go and a quick hello in the chat. And I just flip round now. Right, here we go. So, time differences. Actually, I wonder. Hang on. Let me see if this works. Oh, no, I was thinking if I flip it over to YouTube and click the comment, would it put it on the screen? No, of course it doesn't. That would be way too easy. Right then. So we've got, good morning, Daz. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Pat. Apparently, he likes things. He likes to look at No, I'm not saying it. You'll have to go and watch Mag Fans, see what Pat's into. Good morning, Albert. Albert is in the house. Good morning, Albert. And that means Wolf's probably there too. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Doing good. How do I get rid of that now? Shit. Okay. All messages. Right. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Dick. Good morning, Slot Car Room. Good morning, Fox and Walls. They're here. My guinea test drivers the other day. They were in the room with me, just helping me with my audio and my sound check. And you might all notice, actually, I'm wearing a poppy here. So you see this, track fans, Albert, Wilf, you see what this is for? This is for veterans. We used to say it remembers the war dead, but actually it symbolises people that actually made sacrifice in war or conflict. Like your dad, actually, Albert. He got shot by the Taliban. Unbelievable that he's still alive and with us. My brother, that is, anyone listening, got shot up when he was in Afghanistan in the army. So spotting a poppy, giving them a quid or a couple of quid goes a long way to supporting some people that really, really need that help. So that's what we're doing with the flower power this morning, Albert. Get yourself one later when you're out. Good evening, Bryce. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Harry. Harry's in. Dick. Good morning, Roger. See, Roger's got the tools, right? Roger, he did really well. He's got this tool, right? It's like a magnet. So as he drops stuff on the floor, he just hovers the magnet around the carpet while he's, drinking his tea and having a chill out. And the magnet finds the missing screw. Genius idea, that is. Absolutely genius idea, Roger. Keith's up. Good morning, Keith. Keith, did you go over to Rogers yesterday in the end, or are you going today? And if so, give us a quick update, man. We need to know what it was like. I saw the slot car daddy pop up. Good morning. Good evening, sir. Good evening. So far Speedway's in. We've got quite a few people in the chat today. Loving this turnout. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. UC slot cars. Doug is in. Mag fans. Love it. Mag fans. I'm not saying anything, but stay tuned. They might be popping up in the show a bit later, which is a good point, actually. I didn't do a very good intro because I'm rusty because I wasn't here last week, was I? So, coming up in the show, all the usual features. We've got track focus. Yes. We've got shot of the week. Yes. We've got in other news, we've got some hot news property coming up. So stay tuned for later in the show if you want to see what's being released out onto the market. Also, we've got what's happening. So we can get straight onto that as we wish. That would be awesome. No, there's... actually, you say that. You say... Oh, I'm clicking on the comment thinking it's going to come up on the screen. Damn it, you guys are going to get away with blue murder in the chat today while I can't highlight these things. Unbelievable. Anyway, keep it going. It's good banter. If you overstep the line in the chat, if you're new to the sessions, we have a few house rules here. The three main ones are no politics, no religion, no innuendo, and occasionally we say no particular car from an Italiano manufacturer. And you know what, right? This is such a laugh, yeah? So we have this rule where we're not allowed to... We'll lift the ban at the end of the year, okay? I think at the end of this year, we'll go back and we'll review the Sunday slot car sessions rules. And I think we might have the vision and the toxicity of what happened back in February over this particular car might have dissipated slightly. I might have overshot the mark on that one, but we will test the water come January and see if we can mutter the words that shouldn't be muttered and see what happens. It's a bit like saying Voldemort in Harry Potter. It's like, don't say that name. But yeah, we're going to have a look at it. Anyway, oh my God, I just read DeLeon's comments. It says, all I saw was I just finished the marathon. I'm like, Rob, mate, when did you take up marathons? Because you are a secret weapon if you're running marathons. And then it said marathon retro arcade session. Brilliant. What are you playing, mate? What's on your console this evening? Oh, Rich is here, look. Oh, I'll click the comment again. Anyway, Rich, good morning. Rich and my mum are here, Rich and Gail. They're in. It's a family affair this morning. Yes. And brilliant. Right, enough of the chat. Let's get on with our lives. So we've got a busy, busy day ahead of us. I don't know what you're doing today, but Roger Barker is up live and online. So if you're in and around the Newark area or within an hour or something like that, you can make it. And we'll talk about him in a moment. Yes. Right then. So we all come here for a slot car show. Let's do this. Transition was nice, huh? Let's see. It's groovy. Oh, I tell you what I didn't put in. I didn't put in my intro, did I? Brilliant. That's not going to work for me. Okay. Shoot. Hold on a second. Oh, I know what I've done. It's all right. It's under control. Woo. That was a close one. Bear with me a second. You know. I just ruined my set. Doesn't come easy for me. All right. Bear with me a second. We can do this. I can do this. Does this need to be down the bottom? Okay, I'm still here. I'm still in the background, guys. I told you this would be a loose show today. New software. Talk amongst yourselves. Hmm? Right. Just got to sort this out. I was doing so well. Okay, here we go. This one. All right. That'll do it. Okay. Right. Sound. Let's go. So sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Albert, it was good while it lasted. Please. Anyway, I'll catch up on your post after. Brilliant. Right. Now I'm hot. After all this pressure, I'm now hot, so I've got to remove the hoodie. Anyway, so this, I love this screenshot here of this thing that we're looking at on the screen here. I'm going to show you this later again in the products, but this might be coming through from somewhere from someone soon, so we'll have to keep tuned on that one. Let's see. I'll get this to work properly. Oh, it's good. It's good. Right, I've got it working now. Awesome. What a result. What a result. Let's see if that... So as we normally do, we give a shout out to the young Track fans, and it is my great delight that the two top of the tree Track fans are in here with us in the chat. There he is Albert, is Wilf. Good morning, guys. These guys have just got over bonfire night, Halloween night, the lot night. They're having a good time down there. Hang on a second. Deleon said that he's sitting there in the dark, fireplace glowing, and his old dog at his feet. Nothing better than that, mate. Oh, dog heater. Anyway, on that note, good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Elliot. Sorry. Good morning, Eleanor. Good morning, Liam. Good morning, Ruben. Morning, Ruben. How you doing, mate? My man. Good morning, Arlo. Good morning, Rowan, Lewis, and Elisa. Good morning, Sasha. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Jacob. Awesome. There he is over in Washington watching you, kidder. Good morning, Cam, my man, over in the West Midlands, the Black Country, over Birmingham. Good morning, Cam. Good morning, Leo, up in Nottingham. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning, Mason. Good morning, Jacob and Leighton. Good morning, George, over in Oxford. Good morning, Olivia. And all the way from LA, good morning, Owen. And good morning... There you go. Jackson. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So I just picked up a new feature while I'm doing this. Right then, so we got them covered off. Here we go. So, good morning, Roger Barker. Look at it. There he is. So, he is rolling today. The main day was yesterday, but, well, I say the main day. It's obviously the night it's going to have the fireworks. But you've got the opportunity to get down there, barter with Barker, joust with Jozzy on a bonfire barter number 3. It is today. It was yesterday and today. And these guys have got miles of cars. So I do believe Keitho was down there yesterday. Keith, give us an update in the chat, please, my friend. What was it like on the ground? Or are you going today? I got my wires crossed. I don't know. Anyway, what I was thinking as we're going along, and there's 47 people in there watching the stream. Thank you very much for your company, everyone. I know it's a bit of an acquired taste, my tones at breakfast, but there you go. However, if you are liking what you see, hit the like for us, and if you're watching it as an unsubscribed viewer, hit the subscribe button. It pushes it out to some new guys just like you, and they'll get the misfortune of coming across this channel. So there you are. Dick, let's see. Let's get a quick update. It's a shame Tara's missing Barter's Bonfire Bonanza, as there's some mega bargains to be had there. That is what I heard of last year. Was Daz Hall walked in, cleaned up, won the raffle and left. Totally satisfied. You know, we do tend to go to these things with an air of apprehension, like, is this going to waste my time? I could have been doing all sorts today. I'm coming to a swap meet. I'm coming to check it out. Is it going to waste my precious time? And the answer, no. Because if there's one guy who can throw a party, it's Roger Barker and his team. Honestly, salt of the earth, those guys. They are the pillar of their community. Brilliant. The raffle, yeah, it's not rigged at all. What you find, Dick, is that Daz Hall is pretty much, and Rob Sale will back me up on this, and Mark Petch, he's the luckiest guy on the face of the earth, man. He's the guy you want to pick your lottery numbers for you. Jeez. Super talented. But there you go. So get down there, barter with Barker, and you two can be a part of that action. But I'm telling you now, there's only one thing that's going to upstage a barter with Barker, isn't there? What's that I hear you call? Yes, the winter slot car market, everyone. Just dance a jig here in the background. Get in there. We do love a bit of bommy nights. I love it. Oh my, Albert, that's you, Vince? I know that's you because that's surely you must be kidding me. No, I never joke, and don't call me Shirley. Airplane, what a film with old what is his name, Leslie Nielsen in it. So good, just brilliant slapstick comedy that probably you get cancelled. Well, I say that you used to get cancelled for it, but now that we've got free speech coming back to the world, thank God. And you know, we don't. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah. So surely you must be kidding me. But no, look, guys, girls, people of all ages, we've got the winter slot car market happening in over 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be mega. I'm going to be there. 1 in 32 scale, Strictly Figures is going to be there. Codename Tara. Staff's slot car's going to be there. Magfan's going to be there. I'm not sure if Pete Shepherd's going to be there. You know, if he wasn't so lazy, sleeping in bed all Sunday morning, he could join us and let us know at some point. And he'd get my ears chewed later when he catches up with this stream. But you'll get all of them there. So it's organised by Roger Barker. Roger Barker Slots, Julia Mark of Scale Models, scale-models.co.uk, and of course the behemoth in the room, Pendle Slot Racing. So those 3 ninjas, they all get together and they set this glorious event up for us traders, socializers and slot car addicts. Get in there. If you have a slot car addiction, this is your rehab right there. Well, it's not actually. This is your indulgement, I should say, because you come out of that place and you need some rehab. Well, you need to actually get a financial institution behind you, because I'll tell you, I've done it before. Walk in there, boom, there's £100 gone. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. There's my £100 spending money gone. In the first table. I know why Roger has the first table and Pendle, and because that's the money shot right there. So what I'm going to do this year is they're going to set up right there by the door. I'm going to set up the other side of the door, you know, like outside the event. So A, I don't have to pay for a table. B, I get everyone before they come in. And C, I can leave quickly if I get collared. Because I'm outside the exit already. Free country, mate. It's a free country. I can sell my t-shirts here and my hoodies are. You can't move me. It's the car park. It's public place. It's public place, mate. You can't move me. Please. I'm being harassed by the organisers. Oh, the organiser is police. Damn it. Roger Barker used to be police. But no, on a serious note, these guys they put a lot of time and effort into booking this room, setting it up, getting the tables out, organising it, keeping people in check, because you don't realise it's very competitive at this place. You want a table by the door. If you're a trader, you don't want a table by the fire escape at the back of the room. No one's got any money when they get there. They've just got ideas of what you should sell rather than what you want to sell. And why do people do that? They come up and they go, yeah, have you got like a French apron? I'm like, dude, I sell slot car hoodies, slot car t-shirts, slot car mugs. Do you see a French apron here? Nah, I was just wondering if you could get me one. That would be quite cool. Like I could go club racing. I could like pimp it up, have Wolverhampton Slot Car Club on my pinny. And I could stand there. And then if anything happened, like I spilt some braid juice, it wouldn't like, you know, ruin my slot car merch that I'm about to buy from you. Hey, see? Anyway. Let's just catch up. So Tara's straight on that one. Can't wait for the winter swap meet. 3 weeks to go. Thanks, Daz. Daz just brought us up to speed on the timeline. I love it. So that is bringing us up to speed. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be so good. I don't think Slotar's going. He mentioned he's got some stuff on. It's, I think about now, it's young Rowan's birthday around about now, isn't it? I think we've got our, like, young track fan is breaking his first year in this big, old, scary, wide world. First year, year one. Congratulations, Rowan. So Albert's talking about, oh dear, Dick, control yourself. He is sitting on his hands at the moment doing stuff. Yes, Deleon, I'm with you on this one. On cheap, used, pre-owned, pre-loved is the terminology nowadays, right? Pre-loved slot cars. Dave Volker's turned up. Dave, my man. I got just the thing. I'm going to send you an email later. I need your advice on something, and I think you're the man. So it is the 10th, 11th. Just got to make a note of it, yeah? Email Volkster about... Right, yeah, so just covered that idea there. The bleep machine might have come in for some sensitivity. But, you know, what can we do? We were just, if you just joined us, we were just having a little look at the UK winter slot car market, and I was just catching up with some of the guys in the, what you're saying in the chat. It's going to be good. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, so what's this here? Albert, my dad has a friend called Dave. Yeah, we've all got a mate, Dave. I think that stemmed from the Ali G days, right? Yeah, I'm going around to see my mate, Dave. There's so many underlying things in there. It's untrue. But yeah, so we'll start a roll call for the UK winter slot car market in the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks before. We'll start a roll call, get a little bit of a roster going, who's going down there. This is a tricky one because, you know, you give your like partners and spouses a Christmas list that you want. And if you've got no time, it says slot cars on it. That's it. Or Scalextric cars if you're in the UK, Carrera cars in Europe, and Polycar cars. Any or whatever brand. I'm not going through them all. You get the gist, brands. So you got, and put a face on the screen for this. This is funny. This is what I have. So you end up running out of time, and you're like, it's so bespoke and specialist, isn't it? Slot cars, like, you know, we've talked about the other week where I've got a list of returns for Pendle. I've got to send them. I'm going to send them. If you're watching this, Nick or Sean, I'm going to send them back. I'm going to put them in a jiffy bag today. I'm sending them back tomorrow. They're going. So, yeah. So, but it's so specific. So I've actually this year written a list and put links on everything. If you haven't got the time to do it, take your missus down to the slot car show with you, and you sort of walking around, and you sort of point to one like that and go, just have a look at that. I'm going to go over there. And then you leave it to them and see if they buy it for you or not. But you got to point these at, but they get frustrated with you in that environment because you're dragging them around at a rate of knots. It's that adage in a swap meet. If you don't buy it when you see it, it will be gone when you come back. How many times have we all fallen for that? Unbelievable. How many deals I've lost because I thought, nah, no one's going to ever want that. No one's going to ever want that. Slotted Porsche 962, battered body shell, half the decals missing, no wheels, no thing, anything, just the shell for like a $5 or a $10. No one's going to want that. They're going to want a car, they're going to want a chassis, they're going to want wheels. No, come back. That's gone. Everything's gone. People just, they're in a buying frenzy, like buy. I don't know what they do with it. What do you do with it, people? Brilliant. Oh, look, Steve's turned up. Good morning, Steve. We were just saying, because you've missed everything. I can't get the comments and put them on the screen as yet with the new software, but I'm working on it. I mean, the fact that I've got like all of this stuff going on, and as you see in a minute, some other stuff going on, it's really pretty cool. But anyway, Steve at Staff, so you going to be at the Winter Slot Car Market? You've just walked into an ambush, by the way, if you're not. So I would lie and say you're going, all right? You're going to get lynched. But stay tuned, Steve. You never know. We might see a brand pop up a little bit later. Might have said too much already. All right, let's crack into it. What's the next slide? Here we go. Oh. Okay. I'll get a bit more fluid at doing this. So here we go. Right, so what's coming on? So and I would like to carry a little bit of torch for live streamers. I seem to do a little bit of a regular live stream here myself and with some other great pals, Rahul and whatnot. And we get involved with hopping onto other people's streams. Some great streams coming up off the cuff. We've got Roger, Mad Dad. We've got AIDS, the Aid Slot Car Shed. Aid, if you're in, if you're watching, are you coming on later? He's normally a 5 o'clock on a Sunday UK time kind of guy. But we postponed the shenanigans this week for two reasons. Firstly, the main reason, my fault. I was working. So I was working Thursday night. I was doing some showroom hospitality up in Birmingham. So I couldn't make it. And on another note, we were planning to do this anyway. So I'll be the main pillar of reasoning why the show was postponed, because I did work. You know, I need the money. What can I say? I've got a slot car addiction, a habit to feed, and I need more wheels. So yeah, so I worked Thursday, but also we noted that we've fallen in sync with a lot of other shows. So for instance, there's some other bi-weekly shows on at the moment. You've got the Aussie live stream, the Fab 4, 5, Pat, Shane, Dick. No, it's 4, isn't it? Shane, Dick, Pat. Yeah, 4. Yeah, that's it. Someone's going to correct me now if I've missed someone off. What's this here? What? I've just got the memo that Steve at Staffs is not going. Are you actually... Is that you're not going trading, or you're not going to be in attendance? Let me know, because if you're not going to be in attendance, do I need to have like a little rack of your wheels on my stand for some extra promotion? Not going against the distributors, but just for viewing pleasure for people, and I can point people in the direction of the distributor. Just make the stand look a little bit more glitzy with some shiny, colourful wheels on it. Just thinking out loud. You never know. Right, so yes, we were in sync with people. So the Aussies doing their show on the Wednesdays. You've got the Saturday Morning Tunes by the lovely Iris Carrera, Show Me Slot Cars, and Rahul is in on that one too. So you have that one going on, and that was on the same week. And then, of course, the regular, or the sort of as frequently as he can do it, which is a nice way of putting it, Eric from Slot Car Wildman. Yes, he is. So at one point, there's like 900 live streams in a week. So we thought, because I'm working, it's the perfect opportunity to kick the can down the road a little bit and just to line our sync out and get that back into some kind of spread. So we've got a nice spread over a couple of weeks cycle of different things happening, different styles, different shows, different sort of techniques and stuff, which is all good. So yeah, so that's why we postponed the show. There's nothing in it, nothing sinister, other than I had to work and we wanted to get out of sync with everyone else so that we can spread the love and have more content rather than just consolidated. And then everyone watches it and goes, oh, I'm bored now for 10 days. Amazing. Okay. I'm getting the hang of this now. Okay, so we've got that coming up next week, everyone. So this week coming, so as in 4 days or 5 days. I have no idea. I'm off with my maths at this time in the morning. Come on. I'm thinking about what track layout I'm going to build in about an hour. I don't know what you're thinking about. So shenanigans will be shenanigan. Well, you know, what can I say? We're creating shenanigans wherever we go, aren't we? Like you expected us this week. No, we weren't on this week just gone because that's shenanigans. We might not do what we say because that's what shenanigans is being a little bit off the cuff. Brilliant. Anyway, two guys who are definitely off the cuff and well worth a look into are these two legends. So we've got Nick and Scott and Nick in no particular order, talking utter slot. So I got into these guys. I've been watching them. I do watch them, you see, because I have YouTube on in the background of my working day. I use it as the radio, TV, and distraction all in one. But no, they are back as they self-proclaimed. They are back on the old school attack and very, very funny too. So if you're kind of like, you know, I am a little bit more up and down with my presentation, a little bit tongue in cheek, I mess up, whereas these guys are totally dry. If you are, they are so funny, really good. And if you're of a certain age and you just want, you know, to know what's happening, probably in the way that you are actually thinking it, then tune into these guys. They do resonate on a lot of levels, especially slot cars, but also in a worldly environment. They are, let's say, you can relate to these guys if you're of an age, or actually, you can say it. If you are pale, male, and stale, you're going to love these guys. You know, one for us grumpy gits out there who thinks the whole world's against them. No, I'm only joking. These guys are fun, uplifting. They are really good. So if you're at a loose end, like if some bozos decide to postpone the shenanigans show for a week, then you've got extra strings on your bow to watch slot car stuff. So I would do it. I would definitely tune into these punks. Talking about punks, here I am again. If you like what you see, do hit the like button for us. It does go a long way. I appreciate that. But then moving on to the next sort of kind of what is coming up next is, these guys. And I'm so happy. I hope they're still awake. I hope DeLeon's not passed out in the chair by the fire, spooning his old dog. That sounds wrong on so many levels, actually. Let me recant that. He's chilling out in front of the fire. There you go. But no, he and Slot Car Daddy, Ted, the main man. Let me just get my face out of there. That's terrible behaviour. Sorry about that. There you go. There's his logo. These are your YouTube channels. You go and find these guys. Here he is. They are two lovely fellas. Just lovely fellas. And they say it as it is. I will be honest. I am right. These guys, right, for me. So, talking slot heads podcast, please give me strength. It should be talking slot head legends podcast. For me, I resonate with these guys so much. They just say it as it is, and I get it how they say it. So I'll be honest with you, hand on heart. I have not watched this episode that you can see here now because a bit like Rob Swift of Swift Slots on YouTube. Hi, Rob. Morning. I just want to sit back and listen and watch what they're saying and what they're chatting about because they always chat about good stuff. It's I think it's number 4, their 4th podcast. Please hit me up if I got that wrong, Ted or Rob. And I just sit back. It's chill time. Listen to this. They've just got their audio silk. I could listen to them for hours. It's just good fun. So I really applaud you to check out this podcast. And also, you know, while you're there, check out the Talking Utter Slot podcast as well, which we just saw there. So I'm getting good at this slides business now. That is amazing. Actually, I wonder if... Hey, I'm going to just try something out backstage here. Oh, well, that's very clever. Oh, no, it's not that clever. All right. So I digressed a bit thinking I could be smart pants, but it didn't work. So yeah, do check out these guys. They are awesome. Are you out of here, Dick? Oh, mate, see you later. Dick and his partner they went to see their young lad who's in the army. They went up there, million-hour drive to see the lad. What a parents. What parents. Great parents. And there you have it. So if you are tuning into stuff, if you are wanting to watch stuff, if you've got things on your mind, slot car things on your mind, then I'd applaud you to check out this one as well. Wow. Hey, I tell you what, guys, you nailed it on this, right? I've got you coming up a bit later anyway. Who would have thought it? Mag fans on track fans. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, but they dropped a video yesterday. Wow. I was saving those products for next week. So you possibly want to watch this video that they launched on their YouTube channel yesterday. Magnetic Racing, everyone. That's Ian on the left, Doug on the right. And they basically released a series of new billboards, which we'll take a closer focus on next week because I think there's some legs in those. They are really nice products that they've done there. So let's give them a round of applause. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's bring that one in. Well done, guys. Well done. Hopefully there was a round of applause there. I'll have to check that afterwards. But more in particular, they are going live at Electric Dreams again, everyone. Yes, the boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. I don't want to sing it too good because I'm that on point. I'll end up getting copyrighted by YouTube for singing. Was it Thin Lizzy or yeah? Was it Thin Lizzy or Deep Purple? Deep Purple, Thin Lizzy. Boys back in town. Deep Purple did Smoke on the Water, didn't they? That's right. Oh, show my age of rock groups. But yeah, definitely. So excitingly, relive the commentating dream. Ian and Doug and Ian, whichever way you want to put them round, they are off to the States. Electric Dreams again, and I believe it's next weekend. They are going to be live from LA, bringing us some commentary on the Western Championship. Up in eye in the sky in the tower, looking down on the track, looking across at the racers, and just bringing us their magic again. So if you are thinking about data capture, guys, remember last time we had a little bolt on the back of my website that Rahul built for you. So if you're interested in any kind of media, if you want a website, if you want some marketing like that, look up the Twist Group in Canada, the Twist Group Media. Headed up by Rahul there. He can take care of any of your digital marketing requirements. So that's Twist Media Group, Twist Group, Canada. Look it up because if you want to get stuff like what these guys had the last time, which was a portal there they could capture information on the driver stats, the car stats, the actual race stats. How long has this race been going? What's the history of it? Who won it the last 3 years? What did they race? You know, all of these match stats that these guys bring you on their race commentary, which is, let's face it, world class. And the reason that they're getting booked and flown around the world to bring the commentary from these races, I believe that they're in talks to go to Mexico, to go to Australia, to go to Italy, and obviously a series of events across the USA. How good is that? These guys have made it. I always knew that they were the gobs of Britain. So no, fair play, boys. You found something you love to do and you're getting paid for it. You're my heroes. So if you just joined the stream and wondering what the hell is going on about, this is what's going on. It's Ian and Doug of Magnetic Racing. They are on it. They are going Western Championship commentating again. See you later, UC Slot Cars. Have a good tea. Nice one. Why not coffee time? It's coffee time right here. That's right. Lovely. Right, anyway, back on point. Oh, good morning, Shane. I just noticed the hub is in the house. Hub's in the house. Hub's in the house. Right. Who's next? Oh, yeah. This is going well. Okay, right. So if you are a bit of a fan of a digital race, what we've got going up here is we've got our at Rockingham Slot Car Club, the 8th of December, which I think is a Sunday. Maybe someone can fact check that for us, please, buddy. No worries, Doug. I just saw your comment there. What much love. Come on. I love you guys. You are literally, those billboards are absolutely sick. Those billboards are next level, mate. Seriously, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You've got to get, I'll tell you, next week we'll do a study on it. We'll do a focus on it. It's going to be awesome. Totally cool. Right, so if you're into digital racing, now this isn't sort of Scalextric digital or Carrera digital. This is full on. You're going to have a team. You're going to have a car that complies to the rules of Discar. And if you don't know what those rules are, www.officialdiscar.com. Why am I speaking like President Trump? Anyway, yeah, so Discar are doing an endurance at the Rock Bull Ring. I love this. This is probably, not that I've been to many digital arenas, digital slot car arenas around the UK. I think I like that terminology for it. Let's big up this hobby a bit. Let's not call it a club. Let's call it an arena. So the Rock Bull Ring is happening in the Rockingham Rock Bull Ring at the arena. I love it. It sounds massive. And then you get down there and it's a massive disappointment because it's upstairs in the back of a warehouse. No. This race, right? I actually I videoed this race last year. I think it was under a different guise. It's part of the World Endurance Championship, the WEC. The Rock Bull Ring, excellent. So get down. If you want to race, you can find some information. Either contact Gary Skip through officialdisca.com website, contact him, or go on Slot Forum and have a look under events and you'll see some more information about this, what other teams are entered, the rule set, the links, the dates, the times, what you're allowed to bring, and all of that jazz. But I'm just putting it out there because we do give a lot of kudos to different types of races like the GT3, the Wales and West, the Rally, the Polycar, F1, all of these different groovy races. And only a few times do we talk about the digital. And the reason for that mainly is because it's so specialist that it's not that it doesn't appeal to everyone, because everyone's quite interested. Most people are quite interested in it. What it actually does is it's expensive. Well, for me, who hasn't got a lot of dough, it's quite pricey. So, you know, I was thinking of doing it next year. I think I'm going to go the year after, in honesty, just because I just haven't got the dough to buy a car and all of the associated spares that you need to have a car, because it's just like a race, like a proper F1 race or a BTCC race or whatever race on the telly. You have we have a rub against another car. You got to get back to pit to get a new fender, new bumper put on, or fender bender, or a new wheel or something. Same thing. You've got to have all of those spares. You've got to have, and then you've got to have the digital SCP3, and you've got to have this and that. So maybe in a year I'll get round to it. But in the meantime, if you are involved or if you are wanting to get involved, definitely explore this as an opportunity for digital racing. Hell knows we could use some more digital racers out there. It's healthy. It's healthy as it is, but it could be healthier. So looking forward to maybe trying to pop over there early December and having a look in and see if I can bring some filming of that race. Actually, who would want that? Who wants me to go and film the Rock Bull Ring? Watch them pop up now. Go, Pete, you're barred. Okay, let's just have a quick look on the chat. What have we got? Is that what bulls actually have for eyes? Bull's eyes, yes. Yeah, to be honest here, Harry, I just saw Harry's comment. He'd love to book the guys to go and commentate on his track, but he could really only afford to weigh them in with some toast. they would take it. As long as it had Chewits on toast, they would have it. Who'd have thought it? So get yourself down the rock ball, the rock ball. Love that description. All right then, so it's the time of the show where a lot of people turn up for, and that is what we want. But first, I think it might be time. Let me just do something in the background here. Just seeing if I've got this in the background. Is this going to work? Oh, come on, man. Like, it's worked. Right. Okay, hopefully this will work. No, it didn't work. Brilliant. Okay. I was hoping to play the adverts. Anyway, back on point, Pedro. Right, I've got a big track focus going on today. So buckle up if you need a brew, if you need an ablutions break, if you need to put a kettle on, if you need to chip up on your food, whatever, get in there. Don't worry, the darkness won't last for a long time. It is all good. Yep, there's no ads. The ads didn't work. I've turned the ads off on the stream. Gonna just double check that now. You got me thinking, Albert. What are you doing to me here? Yeah, no, definitely. The ads are definitely off on the stream. Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I just flipped to YouTube. That's what I look like on the telly. That's amazing. Okay, well, I can afford to make that a little bit smaller then. There you go. Right, track focus. Okay, so we've got a mixed bag of tracks this week. A mixed bag. Quite enjoying, looking forward to bringing these to you actually, because there's some different stuff to look at. Plus, we've got a special track sent in for us to digest and walk through the setup, the build, and the and how it all come together. So let's get stuck in with no further ado. We are on Track Focus on Sunday Slotcast Sessions. When actually Track Focus, we're going to start with a shot of the week. Let's do that. So shot of the week here goes to Christian Snicky Unra. Probably pronounced that wrong. So let's call him Chris. Right, now I've got two shots of the week, and I've shot of the week. I've shot of the week this one because it's so clear. I like cars with lights. No secret, I'm a big fan of car with lights, and the Christmas of these four cars is awesome. I don't know whether they're moving, whether they're static, but really good. I liked it because I like pictures of cars. So you don't have to have like an engineering. Good morning, Del. How you doing, mate? Nice to have your company. I'd chuck your name on the screen, but I've not worked out how to do that yet, my friend. But welcome in, Del. Yeah, so as I was saying, you don't have to be an engineer at doing scenery to make shot of the week, because sometimes it's about how a photograph or an image invokes your emotions on what you're looking at. I love that car, that BMW on the left. That is superb. Can someone tell me what model of BMW that is, please? Because I'd like to buy one, but I have no idea what it is. No, that's not what I put this as shot of the week for. I'd have just put it in the inner circle of trust track fans members group in WhatsApp. Brilliant. If you are actually, yeah, that's a good point. If you are a member of the channel, so just a quick shout out, members. Shout out, members! Thank you very much for your support. Helps me, helps the channel, helps you, because you get stuff for the investment. You get extra time on Wednesdays. You get extra stuff posted out now and again. If you're not getting much of that, up your subscription, you'll start to see it. But you generally do support the channel, and I really appreciate it. It's not obligatory, so if you join and you decide you need to leave, absolutely fine. I thank you for all the time you supported me while you were with me. There's no hard feelings at all. I love it. Thank you. However, if you're still supporting me, thank you ever so much. You're the man. Or ladies. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and just once again say thanks ever so much for the ongoing support on that. The escort on Wired on Wednesdays is looking banging right now. Andy Sartorius will vouch for that one. Right then, what we got going on? Okay, so I put that one on, that a little shot of the week there from Christian, because I like the cars. I wanted to find out what the BMW was, but I liked the clarity of the picture and the fact that the cars have all got the lights on. Brilliant. But then moving into what I actually deemed the shot of the week, you've got this one here from Medric Dead. Now, Medric had appeared on the show a few weeks back or a couple of months ago. I remember the name because I've only ever met one Medric before, and he used to work at a company I worked at, but he moved on like I did. So this is shot of the week. Well done, Medric. I love the lighting. The lighting is awesome. And if you see, when you have a look at his track in a moment on a step back out, more of a wider shot, you can see how dark the room is and how the light is on the track, but you have the darkness actually. I'll tell you what, why don't we just go ahead and take a look at that now, shall we? Look at that. It's like the room is dark, but all the light is within the track. That is good track lighting right there. So you just getting the ambience and the moodiness on the track. Good morning, Wolf Tracks. How you doing, my man? So yeah. So if we sort of just revert back to that, so you can see the close-up of that shot now and how that's happening. I really like this. I just liked it. I like the Porsche Golf livery. I like the light grey coloured roads. He's done his Carrera track in. It's just, and he's got his scenery going on. The lighting is good. It's combination of street lighting, in tunnel lighting. Brilliant backdrops. Just a class bit of work. Well done. Well done. If someone knows him, let him know that we're mega fans. And there it is again. Quick little look on the overview. Okay, right. Check this out here from Bruno. Bruno, now you might think, why am I showing you this track on the kitchen floor by Bruno Tabarini? See how my accent comes out there? I'm like someone not going there, cost myself money. Anyway, I nearly slipped up there on my own rules. But Bruno has got himself his track out on his kitchen floor. I'm sorry, Bruno, they are the worst tiles I've ever seen in my life. And I've been doing tiles for 18 years. Come on, mate, give me a call. Get hold of me through my website, trackfaannnntv.com, or through YouTube. Just send me a message. I'm going to do you a deal. If you want to change those ceramic floor tiles, I mean, I'm going to encourage it. Please let me know. We'll sort it out. And yeah, you've got to sort them out. And on a serious note, though, not looking at the ceramic tiles, the actual track is genius, because I looked at it initially and thought, boring. And then I looked at it again. I thought, it looks familiar. Why does it look familiar? Hey, Janu, how you doing? Good morning, Janu. And then I realised it's familiar because I've raced on this track. Not in his house, but I raced on his track when his track was set up at Silverstone in the Bahrain tent. And then I realised if I zoom in on that bit of paper, he's actually got himself the international circuit. Look at that. Like Doug is like scrambling now from his paint pot, and his bushes and his whatever scenery he's making to scramble to the screen to go, what? Someone's got the track. Someone's got the track. Yes, they've got the track, my friend. So if you see that picture there, and then we show you the track again, you can see he's done a good job. He's done a really good job. Oh, I'm messing up here all over the place behind the scenes. Okay, cool. There you go. Right, got it going on now. So yeah, so sometimes you look at a track and think, yeah, boring. And actually, if you stop and think, what is that track about? Why has he just wasted his time doing something like that? And you think, oh, it looks familiar. And then you look at the picture and you think, that's not a bad track. He's actually done all right. There you go again. Yes. What deals you do for some new kitchen tiles? Yes, Tara, I will come round and I will fit your ceramic tiles for you. Don't you worry, I'll be on my hands and knees, grafting, putting in a shift. There you go. I'll sort you out. See, can't say fairer than that, can you? See, track fans, business being done all over the place. Brilliant. So anyway, moving swiftly on, we've got Rob Cunningham. Now, you know the ethos of this, you know the score with the, you know what we're about here. It's not about grand tracks. It's about showing people that it doesn't matter how big your track is. It's just about having a good laugh, messing around on the track. You know, you can tell that this guy, the missus is just nipped down to Boots to get something. He's like, ah, right, she's out. Set up the track. Quick, get the track up. Do some laps. So that was just a mere kind of like an idea just to let you know that you don't really need a massive track to have massive fun. You can just break out the figure of 8, few cars, ton of laps, get that packed away before she comes down. And what are you saying? I'm ignoring that comment, Tara. Someone put her in timeout for 5 minutes. I'm talking about installing tiles. She's taking it to the next level. Let's talk about the next level, though. Brett Ryan here, he is unbelievable. This is a lovely bit of Carrera track. If anyone's set up a Carrera track before, it's quite rigid in terms of how you set it up. So to have those left and right flanks on a slant, like an increase like that, such short note, close quarter detailing is awesome. Carl, the track was 1 in 32 second scale, 1 in 30 second scale. This one, you mean? Or this one? Let's have a quick look. It could be HO, Rob. Carl, sorry. It could be HO. Just looking at the base unit of that last one, could be HO. Let's see what's going on here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right. So yeah, right. Yeah, definitely some. Oh my God, you guys pull things out. Literally pull things out of fresh air, you guys. Yeah, so Brett, lovely track, my friend. I know, I like it. You need some barriers and some borders on that. I can see that being a challenge if the kids come round and they'd have no idea about controlling corners. And then talking about, so yeah, so you got this, Brett. I love your track, mate. Your track is awesome. I think scale wise, Rich, I'm conscious that Rich and my mum are watching this, and Rich has mentioned to me before about the scale of tracks, and it's very difficult to scale tracks if there's no people in there, or if you can't dictate or can't mention how big a. But anyway, look. So what I'll say to Rich, because Rich is an older guy, so he works in foot and inches, if you see where them two cars are sat on the track, you see that, right? And then you see the next bit to the left of it. It's got the checkered flag on it with a start grid, yeah? That piece of track there is 35 centimeters long. So it's technically a foot long. It's 1 foot. So one straight piece of track there is 1 foot in old money, or 335 centimeters in almost old money, or 350 millimeters to the rest of the modern world. Okay. I can see Rob Sales shaking his head right now, going, "Well, what? 350 what? Millennials? What's this millennial metrics? Millennial 350 millennial metrics. What's that when it's a foot at home?" It's millimeters, Rob, and it's what the world works in. All right. So give us 20 years. And I'll be like, to the fossils, it's a foot. And they'll be like, a foot? What are you talking about? I'll be like, forget about it. It's 350 millimeters, or millennial metrics, as Rob might call it. Millennial metrics. Okay, so that's the scale on the on that. Again, you'll find most slot car brands are around a foot long for a straight. Okay, Rich. So just to help you out on the scalability, for Albert, who's the youngest, one of the youngest track fans in the room right now, it's 35 centimeters, 350 millennium metrics. Right, next, Lally. Lally is on it. So Lally has a phenomenal track. An absolutely banging track from Lally Nilsson. Can anyone tell me what the forthcoming challenge for Lally's track might be for the average discerning racer? I can... Hold on a second. Anyone? Bueller? Well, I'll tell you what it is while you're having to think about that. Well, yeah, good. So I've just read a few comments while they're quiet in the background. I just saw Harry's comment on there saying he's bought a tape measure, and who'd have thought that it only had metrics on there? Two trains of thought there. Firstly, it's 2024, and secondly, you're in Europe, so that's like the mecca of millennium metrics. I mean millimeters. Right. What I would say about Lally's track, though, it is a totally cool track, a really good effort by Lally. But what you've got over the back of the track, if you have a look and see over the back of the track, you've got all of those bridges going up there, and like the corner at the back bit, and then if you see it kind of comes round, it's kind of doing that whole kind of round thing on this side of the screen. Well, I know what's going to happen. Albert, it doesn't happen to Albert. It only happens to me. You floor it, you boot it, give it full pin down that straight, and it goes straight into the corner under those like overpasses. And you spend like 9 years trying to get over there and fish your car out. You're like, why does it have to literally break right on the end of the, right under there? It's like bang, bang, bang. It's like broken on there. Anyway, who knows? But I love the track. It's got real nice flow to it. It's got a real story to this track. It's nice. It's nice. Done. Good job. Good job. The best job. But what we've got to think about now really is we see all these tracks all the time and it's really cool. And, you know, and let's face it, you know, it's at the moment, we're really blessed. We've got 59 people in watching the show, and you all come here to find out about the tracks, about the cars, about the products, about the community. And it is what we're building here. We really are building slot car o'clock community. So thank you ever so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I open the door to the slot car community centre, is what I should call this play. Hey, should we go for a rebrand? We call Sunday Slot Car Sessions Sunday Slot Car Community Club. I wonder if I could get like government funding for that. So I set it up as a charity, like a registered charity for us slot car addicts. Oh, mate, I'm gonna do it. Oh, that is genius because we've got this completely fluffy, useless, utterly disastrous people in charge at the moment who literally what like can't broach on it because it's politics and it's a bit like a live case in court. You can't commentate on it while it's happening. So that's the same thing. I can't talk about it, but what I can do is figure out that they give money to any old Tom, Dick, and Harry for any old sob story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I've got a community of people with serious issues, like we have got serious issues about slot cars. And I'm telling you now, we've got serious issues because you're up at 8 a.m. watching some bozo in the Midlands talking about slot cars and probably enjoying it. So we've definitely got deep rooted problems in this community. So I think, right, I'm going to approach the government, tell them I've set up a .org website. We are the Slot Car Addiction. We've got to think up some like really funky name. Let's call it Institute. Yes, it's the Slot Car Addicts Institute. And I reckon, I've got to do this, right? Like, watch this space, right? I'm going after some government money for our hobby. And if I get some government money, I'll spend it in a hobby, but I will let you know if that's successful. But in the meantime, if you're going to do a project up, you're going to need some cash, right? And don't worry, this isn't an advert. This is leading into one of my best friends' tracks coming up. So we're gonna get government funding for our channel, the Slot Car Addicts Institute institution. Slot SCII. I love it. Slot Car Addicts. I no SSAI. Oh, let's work on this. This has got some absolute genius legs. Brilliant. I reckon I can blag or bluff some money out of the government. I reckon. You watch. Did you ever watch the film Dogs of War? Was it Dogs of War or War Dogs? Where they basically set up a weapons dealing firm and then get government contracts. I'm going to do that for slot cars. It's going to be genius. Sorry, I know it's like laughing at your own jokes. It's bad. Anyway, look, let's get on point. Let's get on point. Let's get me off the screen and get this back on. Right. So excellent news. Daz Hall in the chat right now. And I haven't asked in a while. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, do like, do subscribe, do share, do what you like, but do tune in every Sunday for Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown. Thank you very much for your company this morning. So, my good pal, our good pal, literally a pillar of our community, Daz Hall, he's here on fire. He has done up his slot car room. I don't know whether it's a promotion or whether it's a trap. So anyway, he used to have his slot car layout in his shed outdoors. Winter's coming. It's getting colder. One of his kids moved out. Score, what is your secret, brother? How did you manage to get that sorted out? So there was a spare room going begging in the house, in the warmth, where things don't rust. Beautiful. So obviously, it's why we're friends. He's attacked the motion and got in that room. So he's kindly shared some of the layout, some of how he's done his layout, and I'm thinking, get in there, my friend. Let me see if I can update. Right, so Daz here, he's got his room. He has bought some storage to start with. That white case there, that... Hang on. Sorry about that. Needed to cough. So that old chestnut, that white case there underneath the chipboard, that is OSB chipboard. You want OSB or you want WSB. It's basically waterproof. So OSB, WSB, hang on. WS, something like, I don't know, whatever. But their basic properties means if the house burns down, it's not setting on fire. Or if the house floods, it's not going to break. Yeah. So you can see there, he's got some cupboard space going on. Let's get to his next position. So he's got the space, he's got the cupboard set up. He's got two of those, as you can see in the next slide here. And he's got himself some AstroTurf. AstroTurf, guys, is artificial grass. We have it here. People have it in the UK if they've got a small garden out the back and they've got no space for grass. They just tend to throw a couple of sheets of this down. Or if you've got dogs, or if you've got, I don't know, if you want something that you can throw away after a year or two, this is your kiddie. Or if you've got a slot car track, this is amazing. Now, AstroTurf, whoever's hitting the smiley face and the love buttons in the chat, legends. I always wondered what that looked like. I go on people's live streams and I hit those little love and those little faces and celebration things. And I always wondered if people could see them when they're live streaming. So if anyone else is live streaming, you see them things erupting, it's normally me sat on there going da 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 with the mouse. But anyway, back on it. Does here, he's got his tabletop sorted. You can get different thicknesses of AstroTurf as well. So just be cautious. Don't just go buy AstroTurf. You can get it at different heights. So you can have long grass or short grass, depends on what you fancy. If we take a... Oh, hang on. I've got to go back. I've got to go back. Because I've missed the key element. Sorry, there you go. Back to that slide. I moved my face out the way because what I'd actually covered over there was Daz has put a TV up. He's put a TV up. And it was actually on the previous slide, but my face was covering it. So sorry about that. That was a bit poor form by me. Then we had the tabletops fully in. Then we get the central... the in the middle bit, let's say, and that is, I tell you, that is a killing hider spot. If you're doing hide and seek, right, get in the middle bit there and go around the back of the cupboard, mate. That is the mother of all hiding spots, isn't it? I love it. So Chris says he likes the shorter AstroTurf, the short grass. Rob Sale is saying, well done, Daz, for creating the best hiding space ever. And yeah, Tara, love the cupboard space. Space meat, yeah, it's the future. Awesome stuff. So you've got the middle bit, you've got that AstroTurf chopped into size now. What it means is we can start to build the track. And the track is starting to be formed. Now he's built this track and he's going through. And I think, you know, is a fan of building tracks, is Daz. If you want a track designed or doing, you've got to speak to Daz. He'll fly over, he'll whip you over a track design, 3-track designs, 6-track designs, is unstoppable. It's amazing. But then he's done this design and he's set it up and he's thinking to himself, do you know what? I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. Something's not right on the track. And I'm so glad he did this because I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing when he did it. So he's looked at it, he's identified. You can see the red crosses just there by the red car or on the far left-hand side of the screen here. What he's got there is a little pit lane, a kind of kick-out pit lane to adhere to. But he's realised fast he's got no space for scenery. He can't get a building round there. And he's got that little strippy bit there, which, to be fair, is... I like the idea of pushing the pit lane back, but that little strippy bit's no good to man nor beast. It's kind of like, oh, no, I can't go there with that joke. That's a derogatory joke. I tell you what, guys, in the Inner Circle of Trust WhatsApp group, if you want to know what joke that was, just remind me after the show. Just put, let's say, just put in there, Ronald Dahl. All right. If you put in there Ronald Dahl and that strippy bit, it will remind me of the joke I've got to tell you. I just can't tell you any part of the joke to remind you to remind me, because none of it is, I could say one word of any of it and it would trigger about 6 people in the chat to beyond. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not going there. I'm telling you now. I'm not going there. Ah, brilliant. So anyway, so he's established, Daz, let's get back on point. He's established. Yeah. Pat, behave yourself. You're doing well, brother. Can we have a roundup soon as well, please? So I know you've been touring the country and doing live streams and collaborations and all of that, and you have been generally busy, but yeah, you know, stick to your roots and all that, mate. You know, I want a roundup round here. What we got? Hang on. I tell you what, right? Even though I'm a little bit slapdash with this software, I am finding it a lot more fun to use than the other software. It's a lot easier to quickly sort out what you need to do. He says as he wrecks it in the back of house. Right, just moved that. Right, so he decided he didn't want this. So what's he got? So you can just about see, and I'm so sorry I didn't get the right picture in this, but I wanted to put in an overview. Look at the track now. Oof, mates, come alive. 2 R2s, a big R. Is that an R3 or an R2? That's an R3 in the centre there on the left-hand side with the 2 grandstands, isn't it? Just tell us the joke. No way, Jose. There's kids watching. Tara, I'll tell you the joke after as well, because I realise you're not in that uncancelable circle that we swim in there. But you can see the storage underneath the table kicking in here. Point to note as well, he's also put in his what do you call them? Edges, the edge details to it. So if you see the edge of the track there, you can see the Arc Pro edge. It's just got the edge of the MDF board. Nice. But if you actually put in, you see what he's got here. Oh, as we always said, in my day job, I always say my day job, because I work with architects and interior designers for a living, we always say it's all about the finish. It's the tension is in the detail about the finish. At the end of a project, the main contractor will go around with the architect and they do a process called snagging. And snagging is basically picking faults at anything. It'd be like, right, that's not the right color. That's not in the right position. That's horrific. And you have to change it all and get it right. So look at that detailing. The detailing on that is amazing. It's got a little bit more work to do in regards of color coordinating those areas. So you go the red car, the red controller, the red lane, the red position on the podium. That's the words I'm looking for. He's created a podium and it is looking exceptional. Exceptional. We're all not worthy. But this is it. He's basically, and let's have a look at a long shot as well. You can really see how good that looks. And it's not even finished yet. I mean, this guy's putting me to shame. Oh, but Keith has just bomb burst out of the house. Keith has just literally run away because he knows that he's going to come under flak now. Keith has been working on his track for about 3 months. And Daz has took 4 days off and done all of this. So we're kind of looking at you now, Keithy baby. Keith, I believe he went to Roger Barker yesterday. Well, this is his excuse anyway. Yeah, and it is his excuse. We went to Roger Barker's yesterday to buy bridges so that he can carry on with his track. And now I believe he's got the bridges and some other cars he can crack on, right, Keith? So by the end of today, I'm thinking maybe if you were to maybe pump out the track today, you could send Aid Slot Car Shed some of those photos. You could send him some of those photos, right? And he could put them live. So we could see him live by the end of the day. Tell us in the chat, who wants to see Keith's track on Aid Slot Car Shed later, live? No pressure, Keith. And we want to see it looking a bit like this too. I'm only joking, Keith. No pressure. Good morning, Lionel. I see you sneaking in. And there you go. Yeah, I got it right. It was a good guess. It was 4 days. Boosh. It is up. And he had a day off. And don't forget your day off as well, Daz. Love it. Well done, Daz. It's showing us all what we should be doing. I'm not to ruin the next video, but I've gone in completely the opposite direction in the garage, which you'll see soon. Okay. Right then. So thank you ever so much, Daz, for sending that in, that timeline, that breakdown build up of the track. Really cool to share your journey, so I really appreciate that. And I know, hey guys, let Daz know what you think of him and his track and his progress in the chat. Literally one of the best guys in the hobby, and took the time out to share that with us so I can get some, just basically some cheap content on the go. Okay. Got a slight sizing issue at the moment. Right, one sec. I've just got to rebuild my show. Yeah, cool. Okay. Right then. So, in other news, let's redesign. Oh, gold. Oh, gold. In other news, yes. There you go. Right. In other news, we've got some stuff to look at, people. We have some stuff to look at, and it's some good stuff. Firstly, because I haven't got a slide on it. I haven't got a slide, but I think what you're going to like to have a look at is a new car that just turned up here the other day. It come on Friday. I didn't know what it was, so I popped it into some group chats and stuff. I now have an idea on what the car is. So it turned up. The box had Gauge Master tape all over it. So I'm going to take this from Gauge Master. Interesting. Apart from buying a chassis, which turned out to be the wrong chassis, for the LMP1 car when I was going through all of that debacle about a while ago. And Nico, yes, Oida! Slot Car Duderino said that he'd have a look at the chassis for me. So I might take you up on that. I forgot to put it in the package. I've sent your Golf GTI, the competition winner. So I'll send that over to you in the near future. But so apart from that, one transaction with Gauge Master, thank you. Cheers for the help, guys. You know, cheers for the help. I haven't had any. I haven't had any dealings with them. Oh. Sorry, I just saw a message. That's not a bad one for the chat. Someone was asking someone where Daz got his backdrop from. And I did notice as well, that Medric, he's got a backdrop as well. So if you when you finish there, if you want to go back to the first track of Track of the Week, Track Focus, Medric has a lovely backdrop in there. I'm thinking that is going to be a nice thing to have, that backdrop. Really nice. Well done. So anyway, where was I going with this? Yes, I got sent a car. I got sent, and it come in a clear box. It just come like this. It come like this in the box. Okay, no writing, no writing. Although actually, Yeah, no writing, nothing. And then I looked under the car, and there's no writing on the under the side of the car. But it's this. So here you go. This is what rocked up. Now, my researchers told me, thanks to various people, Rockingham Slot Car Club, Inner Circle of Trust WhatsApp group. This is the new MR Slot Car, or as you might read it, Mr. Slot Car, which is wrong because it's Ernie Massetti Racing. So your brand is this. So MR Slot Car. So MR Slot Car is just released this. Beautiful, huh? Want to see the chassis? Want to see the chassis? Huh? Ah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, because it come on Friday, and because it took me a little bit of time to identify what it is, because my car knowledge is horrific, I did notice that NorCal Slot Car Scene on YouTube, a YouTube channel called NorCal Slot Car Scene, Jim Cunningham, Jimbo, or Jim rather, sorry, has done a video on this. Yeah, Tony, it's a great gift. I don't know if Ernie's asked this to be sent to me by Gauge Master. Electric Dreams are the biggest distributor in the US. Gauge Master are like Pendle, are like a couple of bigger slot car providers, and really nice car. So, I mean, you guys can read up the spec that's on the screen at the moment. Obviously, I don't want to read it out. It'd be like boring. It's not boring because it's fun, snazzy slot car stuff. But what it does do is it gives you an idea of what this comes with and what's capable of. Now, if you watch that video I've just told you about, if you watch the video by NorCal Slot Car Scene, it's quite frankly, one of the best review videos I've ever seen. Jim is a detail assassin. The video is so good, so informative. It flows really well. It's just really good video. So from one video maker to another, my friend, bring me some more of that, please. You know, someone send Jim some cars. For the love of all that's holy, he can review a car. That is really good. And I pinched these statistics from his video, would you believe? So thank you very much, Jim. All right. Now, the nice thing about the slot car hobby, so if you want to find out what brand this is, it's MR Slot Car, MR Slot Car, not Mr. Slot Car, MR Slot Car, Massetti Racing Slot Car, Canada. And I've met Ernie. He's a lovely fella, salt of the earth. Now, so this, and when I lent, so what I did was I said to the guys at Rockingham Slot Car Club, guys, I'll bring this up the club next week. They're like, oh, what? Yeah, that'd be great. I said, well, actually, look, if you want to come down and if you want to pick up this MR slot car and take it up, because I wasn't going on Friday because I had a whole heap of software to install, updates to do, this platform to learn, a show to make, my video project it's ongoing at the moment, so just too much to go. I just had to give myself some time. So I said to John Underwood, come and picked it up, and they took it up to the club and had a go. They've wired it up, they're giving it a little race. Obviously, it's not had any proper tuning done, like gluing the tyres. So when Matt brought it back yesterday, he kindly brought back, look at this, there he is, Matt Tucker. And on all of Matt's race cars, whether it's his GT3 cars, his Group Cs, that's synonymous. The Matt Tucker on the windscreen. I really like that. It's personable. Even better, you know how I feel when I see a Union Jack, a St. George's Cross, a St. Patrick's Cross, a St. David's Cross, even a tricolor from Ireland. You know how I feel. You know how we feel here. We get all patriotic about what we are, who we are, where we come from, where we're going to go. We are the UK. Yes. And I know you Americans and everyone, you all got your own patriocy, but yeah, in England, it's a big thing because who'd have thought there's a element of people trying to stamp out Englishness and we're not having it. Look at that. Read it and weep it, punks. Read it and weep it. So I never thought I'd have that from Matt Tucker either. But anyway, this is the Corvette C1. This is a Ninko. So this is from Ninko. This is a very old car, I might add. You can see the rear tyres here have been completely trued. You can see they're glued on nicely. They're glued on the front. You can see the shine on it where they've had where they've been nail polished just to give it no friction. And that's a really nice car. I tell you, this car is right up my street. Really nice bit of kit. So I just wanted to, so that was the old version. And then obviously you've got what we're talking about. If you just joined us live, Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete Brown. We're just going over the new MR slot car coming out of Canada, hot off the press. This beautiful Corvette C1. It's going to be available through Gauge Master and Pendle Slot, I believe. Well, I should hope it's available through Gauge Master. They're the people who have sent it to me. But I do know a couple of people have got it through Pendle Slot as well. So keep an eye out for that one. If that's your sort of bag, if you like that sort of car, just a little bit of bump on that car there. I'll just put that on the screen for those coming in. Ted, oh my God, what time in the morning is it there where you are? It must be like stupid o'clock. But thank you ever so much for staying up, mate, and having a couple of beers with me, hanging out, chilling out, looking at some slot cars. Tell me, guys, just before I go into just some, hang on, what are we doing for time? We've got about 20 minutes left on credibility. I say anything less than 2 hours for a live stream is credible. Anything over 2 hours, unless it's epic, is something else. Or unless you're covering an event, and then obviously that's different. But just a chatty thing like this, more than 2 hours is a bit of a drag. We've only ever done it once on the show, gone over 2 hours. I'm not talking a couple of minutes. And that was last year. If you remember, we went and we did the mental health chat. And then a week during the week, I put out a call to arms for everyone to send me over their tracks of what track you've got or what your setup is. Because if you're like Mac, the Dustin slot car collector, he doesn't have a track set up. So we might get a track set up in his spare room, race it for a couple of hours while his beloved Angela is out, set it back down. But often or not, what he might do is he might fire up one of these cool live streams from someone like Slot Car Wildman, the Australians, DG Raceway, Pat Slots, Slot Car Hub, and Shane Hughes's Garage, or they might be watching a Doug and Ian video update. So he might just have his little station where he's got his oils, he's got his spanners, and he just fixes the cars that he buys. He loves it. It gives him total and utter peace, which is what it's about. So what time? 1:16 in the morning. Holy moly. That is unbelievable. What have you done? Fair play to you, Ted. Fair play to you, mate. I can't wait to meet you in person. That is going to be sick. One day we're going to get together, man. Okay. Right. Back on point. because we ain't got to the news yet, have we? We're just talking about the MR slot car coming out of Canada. Corvette C1. Beautiful. What I'll do is I'll bring you a video at some point where we put it on the track and we give it a test. All right? Perfect. All right. He's in the chat, or is he gone already? Is Steve righty. Stevie, right. Steve, come on. It's wheel time. The wheeler dealer's in the house. Let me reposition my face. Wheeler dealer's in town. I love these wheels. These wheels are looking smoking hot. What do you think, guys? Let Steve in the chat know what you think of his Hyper 2 wheels collection. There's something else coming from Staff Slots Haven't Slots 2, but I am going to bring that to you next week, if that's okay, because we've got so much to cover in this show as we've already been going through. Just to give you an idea, we're on slide 27. So, you know, I think, oh yeah, it's the slide 27. So think about it. You've seen 27 slides so far. And I think that we've been like mixing it up quite nicely, but Steve, right? I've got to tell you, Steve is one of the hardest working guys in the hobby. He loves it. He cannot get enough of this stuff. Like, he goes to work, he does shifts, he comes back, and then he's on another shift down the wheel HQ. He's like up there bagging up his wheels. He literally is a wheeler dealer. He's up there putting his wheels in the bags, putting his screwdrivers in the bags. He's clipping on the cardboard name tags to the bags. He's got it going on. Christmas is coming, guys. I cannot even begin to tell you how much happiness your partner will receive by getting some of these wheels in their lives. Now, I'm not talking to the guy or the gal who are watching this show. I'm talking to you at the back in the kitchen making breakfast or cleaning or looking at Instagram while the boring guy's on the telly. Yeah, you looking at Instagram over there in the back. So, yeah, you guys. TrackFaaannntv.com or Staff Slots Wheels. You want to get brownie points for the guy watching the telly right now? Get him some of these wheels. Can you hear me over there? All right, so hopefully, guys, gals, I've sorted you out there. I've got the attention of the people in the background moaning at how long you're going to be watching slot cars for. Well, I've told them what they can be doing for the next 10 minutes while you're watching telly. They can be Christmas shopping at getting you just... If you're listening now at the back, Google Staff Slot Cars UK. Okay? Right, cool. We got that covered off. So hopefully... Hyper 2 wheels. Right, so we've got them. They know what you need. We've got them on point, guys. They know what you need to... brilliant. Doug. I love it. Well done, Mrs. Mrs. Doug. I nearly said you're... well done, Mrs. Edwards. No, I would never go down that route of saying to the person in the background cleaning, because I do the cleaning. Oh, here you go. Mrs. Edwards, check the screen now. So, listen, I had this on the cards for a while. Give these old track mag fans. I know we talked about their road trip that's forthcoming later in the year. Sorry, what am I talking about? The road trip next week. What am I talking about? I know we talked about the coverage of the Electric Dreams Western, which is next week, and we're going to get the coverage by the boys. It's going to be hilarious. So make sure Electric Dreams Slot Cars on YouTube. Tune into the live stream. It'll be all day Saturday, all day Sunday. It's going to be immense, only because Magnetic Racing are bringing us the live VT from the show. Going to have Carlos spinning the videography. He's going to be bringing you camera side. The boys are going to be bringing you the audio to dream of. But in the meantime, they've created a wave of stuff to give them the break that they well deserved. So, Harry, I love it. They actually released this product, and Slot R had covered this off. So he needed something for his build that he'd done 500 parts for. I'm joking. He's done a few parts to this build. It was epic. It's so good. I think it's still going as well. So slot R for the build. And he needed some extra stuff. Now, these guys have brought and made some extra hospitality pieces. So some outside signage, some long tables, some poser tables. Those tables in the middle there, the circular ones are quite tall. That's known as a poser table, by the way. So I work in commercial interiors. So I've worked with interior designers, architects. I know actual terminology of what this furniture is. So you got your poser tables and stools in the middle, and you got your long tables in there, and your benches onto the left there. I've actually done an interior on my doghouse building, which is awesome. So you can have extra seating or extra visuals for your buildings, which could be quite cool. I realised when I did my doghouse, I'd only had the furniture that would go round the bar. I didn't have any furniture that would go into the actual restaurant itself or out the front. So now I've got the options to do that. Stand by for an order, guys. I got to place an order with you guys. So I need some billboards. After watching your thing yesterday, I am completely inspired. Can you? Yeah, I'm totally inspired. Kind of like thinking outside the box now. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, so if you are on a budget this year, Slot Car 2021. So if you're on a budget, and it's not a dirty word, right, to say your skin, all right? It's not a dirty word. Hang on, where am I on this? All right, so yeah, let's just face this one off, right? Okay, everyone, yeah, there's been a cost of living crisis. There's been an energy crisis. There's been a global once in 100-year pandemic. There's currently an inflation issue. Well, we've got issues with that. We'll not get into it. So money is quite tight around the board, right? It's not a problem. Everyone's feeling the way you possibly feel if you're sitting there with no cash. And but good news, I paid off and I'm out of my liquidation. I'm just now paying family off. So give me another year and we'll be quids in. So, you know, little things you put on your Christmas list to help out people that might feel obligated. They haven't got a lot of money, like your kids. You know, you can't like take money off your kids, can you? So for me, I put some red herring presents on there, like a box of latex gloves for my spraying that costs like £3. Or I might need an eraser because I do sketches. I like to sketch like art. So I might need different consistent, like a putty rubber or a different consistent rubber for shading. So you can get like different costs of things. So now the slot car hobby, as we've described, it's quite expensive. On the face of it, it's quite pricey, right? So you do have what? You're the lot. I love it, Ted. I've just picked a comment. You're the lone survivor here and having a cause banquet. Brilliant. Excellent work, mate. Nothing like a cold one on a Saturday night. So if you are on a budget, you know, I'd speak quietly when I talk about things like budget and money and stuff, because if you are that person and listen in the background, you want to be buying the light tower. You don't want to be buying this. Leave this for your kids to buy at the same time as you're buying the 8-head light tower, the media tower, the square double bridge. That's what you want from that's what you want on your list. But you want a couple of these for the kids so that they can, you know, they can have independence buying you a present. They don't feel like alienated because of cost, and they're you know, they feel good about themselves because they've managed to use some of their £3, their £2, their £5 on it. And I tell you what, kids, I'm going to throw this out there because I'm sure the guys would get on board with this, right? Kids, if you're watching or listening to this, okay, if you're thinking of buying your dad something, I'll go down this example. If it's your mum, replace dad with mum, all right? But if you think of buying your dad something and you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, what? Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I quite want to get him some of them new hospitality benches. Get the other parent or a responsible adult to send Ian and Doug a note on their website and see if there's a deal that can be done, because Ian and Doug are massive at getting kids involved in the hobby and supporting kids and growing this and getting people enthused. So if you're like struggling a little bit with money and you do want to buy them a nice gift, give them a call, get in touch with them, see if they can help you with a little bit of discount so that you can get the person that you love the most the things that they want. I think that they would help you. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be a limit and a line to this, guys. You can't phone them up and say, I've got 10 pence, can you help me out? Because they've not got it. But if your thing is a fiver and you've managed to save up £4.23, call them up and see if they'll do you a deal for the 67 pence. You know, they might help you out. So anyway, enough of that. But this is a nice, easy present for someone at Christmas. And I bet you they're going to have loads of these available at the winter slot car market in a few weeks when we all hit Gaydon. Brilliant. Right, what's next on the agenda? We do have a couple more bits to get through, so we'll go for those now. Oh yeah, I did get it in. I didn't think I got it in, but I did. So if you've got a bit more of a budget, then have a look at this. This was their video yesterday. Magnetic Racing put a video out yesterday where Doug's looking like he's just got his credit card bill back after Christmas. And there you go anyway. But oh man alive, not going to talk to you too much about this because I want you to go and watch their video and support their channel. Magnetic Racing are bringing it on fire. These billboards are genius. Really, really clever, really good. They look great. What an easy thing to generate at the right time of the year. I think they're available on their website. If I knew how to share the screen and go there right now, I would do that, but I haven't really got that. Thanks for the smiley faces in the chat. Loving it. Awesome. So yeah, Magnetic Racing are a big one for the future. Next on the agenda, though, it's a bit of a sneak preview, to be honest with you. I'm not going to say where they're from, but I've got a feeling to keep your eyes out for these little bits of scenery coming up from someone we all know really well. I like this. I've actually ordered one. And I actually ordered it to be done in a different fashion that's going to suit a project that I'm working on. It's a sort of short to mid-term project that I've got. Really good. Yeah, so I like this. This is a product that's coming soon. Not sure if I can relay who it's from. Maybe if it's okay, I'd say in the chat, but who knows? So stand by, stand by. I think personally they've nailed this. This should be an ongoing product because it is awesome. Ted, good night, my friend. I've just noticed that you're slipping out. Cause has caught up with you. I see you got to watch them. Great Irish band, but for beer, it's going to nobble you, mate. It's going to nobble you. So let's give him a good wave goodbye. See you later, Ted. Ta-da, mate. You the man. You the man. So if you are in the hobby, keep an eye out for this. This really is a good product. I'm enjoying this one. And then, as if that wasn't good enough, oh, aha. And as that wasn't, oh, come on. Sorry, there's a mess up in the background. Okay, good. Right, I've got it covered now. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there, keep an eye out for that one. That is looking good. That'll give you some inspiration, right? On what you can achieve if you get something that's like a garage from Magnetic Racing. And you can really get creative on it. Really good work. Really good work, the person involved. So there you've got scenery ideas for Christmas, figures ideas, buildings ideas, and of course
the behemoth, the elephant in the room. You got to get your merch, guys. You got to get your merch. Got to get your merch. We have got, look, you've not got long left to order merch now in a traditional fashion for everything that's on the website. We can get it to you. We are going to incur slight delays as we get closer to Christmas because of delivery times, lead times, the transport network, etc. ramps up, as you know, with the amount of volume of people buying and selling and moving Christmas presents around. So do, if you want it, you're looking at, depending on where you are, what you have, you're on between 1 to 3 weeks lead time at the moment. So do hit us up. We've got pretty much most things covered off. And we've had a couple of hiccups in the last couple of months, but we got them ironed out. Right now we are slick again. So that was painful, moving around a little bit with what we're doing, trying to get the perfect service. We made a couple of blunders, but we've got that back now to where it should be. And I've got options now. So depending on what you need, where you need it, how you need it, I've got different options to suit your requirements, be it lead time, be it cost, be it whatever it is, type of product. So do have a look at that, www.trackfaannnnnnnnssssss.com, and you'll see lots of nice stuff there that you can buy. Morning, Hubert. Hubert is in the house. I love it. And nice vid the other day as well. Oh, hello. What's happening here then? Are we nearly there then? Are we nearly to the end? I think we've got another 5 minutes in us if we see. Yep. Slotcarmagazine.co.uk is out now and it is hot. This is actually the latest magazine. I got emailed it yesterday. That is how hot and smoking hot off the press this is. Oh, hang on a second. Have I been bleating on for 2 bleeding hours already? That is incredible. Where did that time go? Fantastic. So just a couple of minutes, guys, and we are out the door. Just come out of studio mode for that a moment. We'll zoom out a little bit. There you go. So whatever you're up to today, I don't know what you're up to. I hope you have a good time. I will be tuned in a bit later, a bit of Remembrance Day action. I'll be lifting a glass for the fallen heroes and remembering the war dead. That's right, they're dead. They died for us, to give us freedom of speech, to give us options of a good society. So I will be remembering their memory later, and I'm sure my brother Vince will, and a lot of fine patriots around the world will. It's not just 2 bleeding hours here. It's not just the world wars that we commemorate Remembrance Day. It's obviously what the significant momentum in the room is about. But what I find now is it is about fallen comrades from all conflicts, be it Afghanistan, Iraq, Bosnia, Kosovo, Syria. We could go on. We've been around the world. So anyway, wherever you're raising a glass today, I wish you all the best. And for the track fans, let's have it. Let's have it, because it's Sunday Slotcast Sessions, and we got the shenanigans coming up this Thursday. I love that show. With me and Rahul, we're going to be going at it, doing a re-look back over the last 2 weeks and stuff. On that note, what do we say? We'll say goodbye, guys. I'll leave the chat open for a little. Oh, I don't know if I can do that now, actually. I've got to figure out how this all works. But anyway, I've really enjoyed this morning. Thank you ever so much for your patience, bearing with me on it. See, I've got another ticker tape here and I forgot to put that on through the show. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me on my learning curve. That's been amazing. You've been amazing. On the way out, please remember to hit the like button. If you're watching it and not subscribed, go and do a cheeky subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later if you have enough of my punk action. But in the meantime, I'll try and bring you some updates and whatever. So thank you ever so much for tuning in with me. Once again, let's see if we can finish the stream on the right button this time, unlike I tried to start the stream on the wrong phone. Track Faaaannnnnnnnnnssss.